Hello, Paula. Nice to see you.
Hi, Al. It's nice to see you too.
Okay. What are we talking about today?
Well, today we're talking about bringing the principles into the group process. And and we know that the facilitator's role in the group process is to support the group by using the principles and guidelines as tools for personal transformation. Um, and it's the intention of the peer support group to use them for personal transformation as well. And so the facilitator might be seen as a living example of someone who embodies the mindset of attitudinal healing. Um, and can you tell I've been reading your book from that? Because all come from your book, Els. So, um, yeah. In your facilitator training, Els, you explain this as an embodiment of attitudinal healing whilst facilitating. You explain this as choosing inner peace,
Yes.
um, unconditionally accepting everyone, appreciating everyone, connecting with everyone, and focusing your attention on attitudinal healing.
Yes.
And I know that we've touched on this in other videos, but can you briefly explain how you choose inner peace whilst facilitating an attitudinal healing group?
Well, of course, first is the preparing before starting a group, and when you are with two facilitators, you have the pre-meeting to do that. And when you are not, you have to pre-meeting. You take the pre-meeting with yourself, and really try to lay everything aside what's bothering you from daily life and focus on applying the principles and the guidelines in the facilitating. I learned a lot of that from every time facilitating, focusing so on the principles and guidelines. And the most challenging thing was to stay in inner peace, and when losing it, to get back to inner peace. And as a facilitator, you are really seen as a role model. So when there's something occurring in the group, everybody is looking at you. What's the facilitator going to do? Is the facilitator calm or is the facilitator upset? So even when you are upset from the inside, can you stay relaxed from the outside? In your being present the way and find your inner peace back. So it's a challenging thing when you start facilitating, but you will learn it, and it's great because when sometimes you see there's a loud bang or a noise and everybody's and as a facilitator you just sit, and then there comes a story and it's a horrible story and everybody and as a facilitator you just stay calm and you hear it, and it helps when you can focus on being non-judgmental. I always say when somebody says I want coffee, I hear the same when somebody shares a story like I want to die or my father is dying. It's for me, I really um, focus on the person who is talking and not on the words that I use. So I stay away from interpretation, and it helps me to stay centered and to stay focused and just listen, knowing that everybody knows their own answer. And that's the good news. I don't have to fix anything, or I don't have to to make it better or to change it or to whatever. I just can sit and listen, and that's wonderful.
Mm.
Appreciating everything, everyone is also quite a thing. When I have judgments about how people look or the words they use, or then it's difficult not to have judgments. Then I don't appreciate everyone. But when I can stay out of judgment, I feel there's a my heart opens and I can just be present, and the fact that people come is for me the proof that they want to be there. And even when they are harsh, or when they are um, protesting, or when they are whatever, they are here. They are uh, voluntary here, so they want to be here. There's a inner longing of doing and seeing things differently. So that is what I appreciate then. And that's the connection with everyone is on a heart's level. Not see the form, but see the inner light. That's that's the invitation. And focusing on attitudinal healing is focusing on the principles and keep them in mind. So
Yes.
that's what
Yeah,
I can say
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, yeah. So you've sort of covered unconditionally accepting everyone too, and also and appreciating people in your group. Um, so how do you embody that sense of connection with everyone?
Well, in a deep appreciation, in appreciation from the heart, there's connection with everyone, and I really had to learn that, because when I started facilitating, I didn't. It wasn't easy for me to appreciate everyone. Uh, in a not personal way. So when I have judgment, I feel attracted to someone, or I feel reluctance. But when there's no judgment, it's if the heart opens and there comes an non-personal connection, a non-personal love, and that's just a connecting factor with everyone. And when the focus is really, when every time when you facilitate and you have to focus on that element, for example, it will really, there will be a day that you sit there and that you really can feel, I appreciate everyone, because there's no judgment on how they look, or how they speak, or what clothes they wear, or what they are saying, or how they laugh, or how they don't. So then it's okay. It's just, and you sit on your own chair, and there's no grabbing, or there's no wanting, please like me, or,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's that seeing the light and not the lampshade
Yes,
in each
yes,
person.
exactly, exactly. And when you see the light, it's like the form disappears, and it is if unconditional love pours in, and that's the flow on which you go on in the group.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Els, while someone shares, your thoughts might go elsewhere. How do you focus your attention back on attitudinal healing? Just it may not happen for you a lot, but maybe in earlier years it did. You might be focused on,
When somebody shares and my attention flows away,
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I I um I mostly say, so what's the essence of what you want to say? Because when my attention flows away, when somebody is telling stories, instead of when it's not a personal experience, or when it not, doesn't come from emotions or from the heart, but when it's an intellectual story, my attention flows away. And then I know most people flow away then. So then I would say, please, can you tell it in the I? Not when we, but when I, and it makes what people tell more close to themselves, so I can better listen. That would be my way to bring it back.
yeah,
And when my attention, yes, of course, your attention can flow away when you are absorbed by things that happen in your own life. And then when you notice it, you forgive yourself and you start listening again. And when it happens again, you forgive yourself and you start listening again.
yeah, yeah, just bring it back and forgiveness. Yes,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. No, no, thank you, Els. I think, yeah, is there anything else you'd like to bring into this on bringing the principles into the group process?
No, I know we talk we talk next time a bit more about it,
Yeah.
about it practically. But for now, it's okay for me. Is there something you want to add?
No, no, I think you've given us lots of pearls there to incorporate, about just coming back to ourselves. And yeah, just those reminders about choosing inner peace too. So thank you. Lots of pearls.
Thank you, Paula. See you next time.
See you next time,
Bye
Els.
bye.
Bye bye.